Marisha Witty is our sign language interpreter. I'm Linda Goto. Thank you for joining us. We begin here in Kenya, where the leader of majority in the National Assembly, Aden Duale, has admitted that corruption is overwhelmingly deep-rooted in all levels of government. He has, however, asked Kenyans not to blame President Uhuru Kenyatta over the crisis, saying the president has done all he can to clean the system of leaders alleged to be corrupt.
As the pressure continues on Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta to show results in the fight against corruption, the Jubilee man in the National Assembly, Majority Leader Aden Duale, admitted corruption is overwhelmingly deep-rooted.
Now it has been confirmed that the three arms of government are corrupt.
Duale's comments come as the country begins to ask questions about what really came out of the purge triggered by the so-called list of shame given to Parliament by the President early this year.
It's the first time in the history of Kenya for a head of state to come with a folder in his address to the nation. And in that folder, there were very key ministers who were very close to the president and the deputy president. And until today, those members from the executive are still under investigation. And until they are cleared, nobody will come back. The spotlight is on those independent institutions that have the constitutional mandate to fight corruption.
But Duale was out to deal with more than just the issue of corruption. Wednesday evening, opposition MPs in the National Assembly, led by Minority Leader Francis Nyenze, stormed out of the chambers after failing to garner two-thirds majority vote in the House to overturn the President's introduction of 10 shillings excess tax per litre of fruit juices under the Excise Duty Bill 2015. The opposition MPs accused President Uhuru Kenyatta of legislating for Parliament. They even threatened to move to the Constitutional Court to seek interpretation on the possible abuse of power by the President.
The power that they have given to the members of National Assembly has been eroded by the executive through the back door. We have seen over the last 1 year that the executive has been, through presidential assent, sending back bills that Parliament passes to back to Parliament with the President's recommendation. And in the Constitution, it should not be recommendations.
Article 115 gives anybody who is the President, and now for now is Uhuru Kenyatta, to use the application of that article. If you have a problem with it, what you do, you bring an amendment, a constitutional amendment, to remove it.
All the bills referred back to Parliament with the President's amendments have passed unchanged in the Jubilee-dominated House, a fact that has frustrated the opposition.
The President will return a memoranda. Now there are two ways. Then the memoranda is referred to the committee. They check the President's memoranda. They can agree to come to a middle ground with the President, where they don't need a two-thirds majority. And in that scenario, the amendment must be similar, not fundamentally different, with the reservation of the President.
On Saturday, CORD leader Raila Odinga told the Standard on Sunday that he was still waiting for President Uhuru Kenyatta's response to his challenge that he gets up and report back on duty and address corruption and economic crisis facing the nation. Raila says he directed his statement to his worthy competitor in the 2013 polls, but Duale has told of Raila.
Raila has no constitutional mandate to ask the President to respond to him. He only competed with the President. He lost to the President. He was number 2, and in elections, number 2 and number last are all the same.
Interestingly, Raila told the Sunday Standard that his statement was weighty and cannot be responded to by members of Parliament whose institution is completely different from the executive. Raila argued Duale cannot respond for the President since he is not a spokesman for the Jubilee administration.
Whether I'm in my constituency or in Bunge or everywhere, prepare yourself psychologically, I'll be the one answering you. You will never be answered by Uhuru, and you will never be answered by Ruto.
Patrick Amimo, KTN News.